Hi, I'm Michael, Product Manager with Native Campervans, and this is the Squad onboarding. This is the key fob. This button here will give you access to the key to the van. The next button will unlock the front, driver, and passenger side doors. The bottom button will unlock the back doors and the sliding doors of the van. This button will lock all the doors of the van, and it will make a beeping sound if all the doors are shut. If it doesn't make the sound, that means a door is ajar and you'll want to walk around the entire van and reshut all the doors and press it again. Additionally, if you purchase the rooftop tent, a key will be included on the bottom of the fob to unlock those latches. To access the rear doors, open the passenger side door first, followed by the driver side door. You'll note that these doors can be extended even farther, but you'll want to be mindful of oncoming traffic just in case. There are cubbies provided on the insides of the doors here. Those are for the van dwellers up on the bed. There's also a table here that can fold out after lifting up the latch, but this is for lightweight objects only. You don't want to overweight it. In the center cubby, below the water storage, you'll see that there's a tote. All you have to do is pull that tote out, and that's going to contain all of your pots, pans, bowls, and cups. When you're finished with that, just slide it back in storage, so that you can drive and it won't rattle around. To open the kitchen drawer, hold down the protruding tab or tabs and pull the drawer out using the convenient handle. Be sure to hold down the tabs until the drawer is fully extended. This will provide you access to the cubby containing your utensils. To operate the stove, locate the gas regulator and the propane tanks. Open the cover to the grill and attach the splash guards to the side of the stove. Plug the regulator into the side of the stove and twist until it's finger tight. Attach a propane canister to the end of the regulator and make sure the nozzle of the propane tank is pointed upwards. Turn on one of the burners and light with a lighter. Make sure the stove is cool before you break it down and close it. Remove the propane in the regulator arm, close and lock the lid, and push down the tabs to slide the kitchen drawer back to its storage position. For access to water, open your water storage cubby, pull the water forward and tilt it on its side. Make sure that the spigot is overhanging. You're going to take out your pop-out sink basin, extend it fully, and place it inside the cutout so that you can use it as a sink. When you're finished with your water, make sure that the spigot is closed, tilt it back onto its side, push it inside the cubby, fold up your sink basin, and put it back in the storage area. Make sure to wipe down any residual water that might be in here. That just helps prevent anything in the future. Please note that the fire extinguisher is located inside the water storage cubby in case anything were to happen with the stove. Access the cooler by pushing down on the tab or tabs securing the pull-out drawer and use the convenient handle to pull the drawer out more easily to full extension. Pull down on the two cooler straps and lift the cooler top up until it stands on its own. Please only use the cooler for food, ice, and beverages. When finished, close the cooler lid and lock the strap mechanisms. Also note that the cooler lid can be used as a cutting board. When you're finished with the cooler, return the drawer back to its storage position by holding down the tabs for the entirety of the closing of the drawer. If you purchase the rooftop tent, you'll find an extra set of pillows on the bed and 2 sleeping bags in the storage area inside the van. To get up to the rooftop tent, you'll have to locate the ladder. Back here in the storage area, pull the ladder out carefully, place the rubber feet on the ground, and undo the Velcro strap. From there, pull up on the rungs until all of the rungs are completely extended and telescoped and locked in place. From there, take the hooks on the top of the ladder, place them into the hooks on the top of the rooftop tent, and make sure the rubber feet are secure on the ground before climbing the ladder. To access the rooftop tent, use the key provided. You're going to want to climb the ladder to the top and unlock both of the latches. Once the latches are unlocked, place your weight on top of the tent, situated over the latch, and you're going to want to pull the latch up. Once the latches are undone, carefully get back onto the ladder and using the handle on the front of the tent, pull up until the tent is fully extended. Once the top of the tent is fully extended, take the elastic strap, pull it down to the base of the tent. Locate the bars that you're going to need for the rainfly and insert the straight end of the bar into the hole on the rim of the tent. Take the bent end and put that inside the grommet on the rainfly itself. Do this for both sides. Once you're finished with the tent, remove the rainfly, like so. Place the bars back inside, tuck the rainfly in, and pull the elastic band back up over it so that it holds it in place. Then to close the tent, use the nylon strap provided to pull the top of the tent back down. As you're pulling it down, be sure to tuck in the tent that may protrude from the sides to make sure it doesn't get wet for the next use. Once the top of the tent is shut, place your weight back on the top and redo the latches. Carefully get back onto the ladder and lock them once more so it's safe to travel. Once the latches are locked, come back down the ladder and remove it from the rim of the tent. When collapsing the ladder, be sure that your thumbs are not in the way of the rungs as the rungs come down. And once the ladder is fully collapsed, redo the Velcro, pick up the ladder and put it back in its cubby. The house lights are located to the right of the sliding door. Simply turn on the switch to turn them on, and there's a dimmer on the right side that will allow them to dim and brighten as you see fit. When you're finished with the lights, just be sure to turn them off to save battery. The garage light switch is located here on the side of the van. Simply turn it on to illuminate the floodlights on the rim of the van. And when you're finished with them, be sure to turn them off. You definitely do not want to drive with these on. To access the main cabin storage area, all you need to do is open the sliding door, and you'll be able to put any personal items in here that you may need. Also, you're going to have your window shields, your chairs, and your car jack kit, just in case you get a flat tire. The interior table is located in the pocket just in front of the interior storage area. Simply pull out the table, push the button on the joint of the leg, and pull the leg out. Use the clips on the flat edge of the table to lock it in place on the bar that is mounted on the wall next to the rear seats. The remote for the fan is located just to the right of the sliding door. To turn the fan on, press the power button, but make sure that it's aimed directly at the receiver on the fan, which is located on the control panel. It looks like a little dome. The remote for the fan has multiple functions. You can change the direction of the fan from blowing in to blowing out. You can change the speed of the fan, and you can also change the temperature. The fan is also equipped with a rain sensor. If it begins to rain, the fan will power down automatically and the hood will close on its own. The two back seats are DOT approved. The seat belts have 2 anchor points for a car seat, and there's a 3rd anchor point on the back for a toddler seat. The inverter is located to the left of the 2 back seats. Simply turn it on using the switch, and that will give you access to the outlet and the USB ports. But please don't charge anything on here that may generate heat, say like hair dryers or things like that. You don't want to draw too much power from it, but it's meant for small electronics like phones. When you're finished with it, just turn it off, save the battery, you're good to go. The battery level indicator is located on the back of the driver's seat. Simply push the button to obtain a reading from the ancillary battery, and just make sure that this stays up above 50%, just to make sure that all the electronics in the van function as intended. The sliding door window is very simple. All you need to do is open up the stopper. That'll allow you to open up the window and also open up the screen. When you're finished with it, just put the screen back in place Put the window back in place and put the stopper back to where it started. For the shade, all you need to do, undo the Velcro straps, and that will allow the shade to roll down and cover the window for when you're sleeping. If you purchase the heater option, the heater control panel on the wall under the light switch will power on. The heater itself is located under the front passenger seat, facing inwards towards the middle of the van. Please keep all objects away from the heater while it's powered on. Do not drive with the heater running, and if traveling above 8,000 feet, your heater may run intermittently. Please refer to your squad manual in the glove compartment for all heater-related functions. The two front seats of the van swivel. All you need to do is pull the passenger seat all the way up and grab the red handle underneath the seat. That will allow the seat to swivel around counterclockwise and lock in place facing the back of the van. The driver's seat is a little bit different. You need to make sure that the seat is situated in the middle, and you're going to do the same. Pull the red handle and rotate the seat counterclockwise until it's facing the center of the van as well. The front window covers will be located in the storage area in the center of the van. All you need to do is undo the Velcro strap, roll it out completely, and there are magnets sewn on the inside of them that will adhere to the metal on the rim of the door. When you've completed that, simply shut the door and it will hold. The windshield cover is very similar. It will also be stored in the storage area in the center of the van. All you need to do is undo the Velcro as well, roll it out completely, put it onto the windshield, and flip down your visors to hold it in place. When driving, all passengers must be wearing a seatbelt at all times. Be sure to adjust your mirrors prior to driving. There are two types of side mirrors that must be adjusted manually. One is the rear view mirror, and the other is a smaller rounded mirror that covers your blind spots. When the vehicle is in reverse, the entertainment screen will display the backup camera. You may use this in conjunction with the side mirrors. Please be cautious while reversing because objects will be closer than they appear. You can link your phone to the Bluetooth by pushing the button while the van is in park. Follow the prompts to finish the setup. Press trip to see the vehicle range, which is the amount of miles you can travel before you need more gas. The van must be running in order to get an accurate range reading. Press media to use your device when connected via the auxiliary port or the USB port. The USB and auxiliary ports are located just beneath the van key's ignition. When you're inside the vehicle and you would like to lock the van, press the button next to your hazard lights instead of using the fob. On the dashboard is a sticker provided that gives you the specifications of the vehicle itself. Be sure to refer to this if you have any questions, and please, no smoking in the vehicles. There are two compartments in the front seat. One is the upper storage area where you'll find your Bluetooth speaker, and you'll also find your charging cable and your auxiliary cable for the speaker as well. Inside the glove compartment, down below, you will find your squad manual, which will cover everything that we've covered in this video and more, your user guide for the vehicle itself, and inside there you also have your registration and your insurance card. Well, that's the squad onboarding. Have a brilliant trip.